What's going on, everyone? This is Courtney Rollins with the Life and Transitions Experts podcast. Also, owner and founder of Estate Pro Service, where I help families through probate and estate planning and helping them generate income and wealth, primarily through real estate and other venues, other spaces. Today, one of my favorite things to do is to interview a practitioner in the field that does the same thing, that is a true expert in transitions. Today, we're speaking to Robin Sloan from Caring Transitions. Now they help folks, and I'll let her explain more of the things they do, but just an overview. If you, they help folks with seniors, downsizing, with estate planning, and as well as relocation across the Triangle area of North Carolina and other spaces. We may also have Lisa Schuster on here. It looks like she has a little bit of a tech, some issues getting onto the stream, but hopefully she'll be able to join us. But if not, we are in awesome hands with Robin. And I want to say, how you doing today, Robin?
Oh, good morning. Thank you so much, Courtney. I'm doing great, great, great. Thank you for the opportunity to be here and be in your presence and be able to
Oh, it's a blessing.
share.
Oh, well, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. Could you please just share with folks what you do at Caring Transitions, and sort of, if people want to know a little more about some of those services, what exactly is Caring Transitions and your role, I suppose?
Well, first of all, I think one of the most important things and easiest way to explain what we do at Karen Transition is really to just state our mission
Hmm.
statement. And it's to be the most trusted and compassionate national provider of relocation, downsizing, and liquidation services to aging clients and their loved ones, as they transition through the various life stages and providing a peace of mind. Yes, we serve mostly seniors, but and we as well will serve those who are in need of the same services of moving, of
Hmm.
downsizing, resettling, decluttering, estate
Hmm.
sales, online auctions. We do liquidations. So, to be honest, Courtney, one phone call does it all for us.
Yeah. And I can attest to that because, I've been working with families who are going through um, challenges, or trying to go through the probate process. And I've been able to send a few folks your way, and I know they have been extremely happy with just the tailor-made services that you provide. Now, I wondered, have you seen, well, how long has Caring Transitions been around? Do you know?
For us, our franchise, which of course you mentioned that Lisa Schuster is the owner, we've been around a little under 2 years. However, uh, Caring Transitions has been around, I believe, since '05.
Oh wow, yeah. It's interesting because it seems like, I mean, I'm so glad you pointed out that it's a service that's for anyone who's looking for, I mean, we all go through transitions. I mean, life is change, so that's so important. And for some of our, most loved aging population, because well, I mean, we all have heard about the statistics of, there's more people turning 65 every day, and we're,
Yes.
thanks to the advancement of technology and medicine, we're living longer, and so there's needs that come up because of we're around here longer, which is awesome. Have have you what are some of the things that you've been surprised about as you entered the this industry, this field, working with this population and all?
And I know you're an asset. My role with Caring Transitions Chapel Hill, Courtney, is the operations supervisor.
Mm,
And so I'm very close to the ins and outs of how we operate, how we show up in our communities. And one of the things I think that shocks me is, as the baby boomers, which is the largest demographic that we have existing now, and a lot of them, of course, as you've stated, are not only already or approaching 65 or are above that, and they have a lot of heirlooms. They have a lot of things that
mm,
have been handed down, inherited from their mothers and fathers and grandfathers and grandmothers. And what I'm noticing is the younger generation doesn't want to continue the legacy. They don't
mm,
have any interest in taking care of it, keeping it.
right.
So a lot of things we are finding that we have to liquidate for our
No,
clients.
That is
Yeah.
interesting. I wonder the minimalist move and shift and open spaces and things of that nature. Ah,
Yeah.
yeah. So if somebody was coming to you, I mean, I know every case has to be different because every people's lived experience is different. But like, what have you seen as maybe some of the common threads when approaching personal property and dealing with either a senior who's moving and having to declutter or dealing with an estate sale? Are there some some tips you can give someone who's maybe responsible for leading that charge for a senior loved one who's here or who's already passed away, like dealing
I'll
with
tell
the
you
personal
this.
property?
Courtney, the common denominator amongst all is an emotional attachment.
Mm,
Mm. We have to remember, if we're talking about the senior demographics, um, they've been here for a while, right?
yeah, yeah,
Collected a lot of things. Um, a lot of them have sentimental meaning. Again, may have been passed down by an older um, parent or aunt or grandparent. And when deciding in downsizing, what to take with you, especially if you're coming from a large home and downsizing to an efficiency or one bedroom or two bedroom, you can't take it all with you.
yeah,
And to help our clients navigate through that emotional stage. It's a stressful situation as it is, moving, right? Having
ooh,
to deal with that.
absolutely.
My life is changing. It is transitioning. My body is transitioning. My whole lifestyle is transitioning. So add on the emotional part of that, of having to learn how to let go. Oh
Yeah,
my goodness, what I've learned that works well. And I am an adult child who was a caregiver for 9 years with my
wow, yeah,
mother, and I still have a father who's dealing with some of the things that seniors are dealing with. So I'm speaking from experience.
yeah,
We have to be compassionate, empathetic, and sensitive, while at the same time bringing an enlightening perception or perspective to the table, meaning acknowledging that, yes, I know you love these things and you would love to take them with you. You know let's talk about some stories that
mm,
was connected. Why is this so such an attachment for you or an emotional moment for you dealing with this piece? And as we talk about it, Courtney, a lot of times just the release of talking about it and acknowledging it and saying, you know what, I understand, right? You're acknowledging how they feel. And at the same time, because we cannot take all of these things, what items mean the most to you? Wow.
right.
We've found that even with pictures, we can say, you know what?
Ooh,
Well, let's take pictures of the physical pictures, put them on a jump drive or a thumb drive, put them on a CD or something. They even have these devices that you can upload pictures and they'll just rotate them. And that way the loved one can take the
oh
memories
yeah.
with them without them being physical. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes complete sense, and it seems. I mean, I had the good fortune of meeting you, and I think that you have that type of authentic personality that, as you said, compassionate and empathetic, and also being able to, help people. What a role you play to help people see that, hey, I can experience this, I can feel this, and I can literally transition on because I've given it a name, I've given it the experience. And it's an awesome tool that you can use. I didn't even think about like being able to take a like they have those digital frames now and the pictures
Yes, that's what
rotating in one aspect.
digital fame. That's
Wow.
exactly. Yes, Court.
Yeah, yeah, that's such an important role to play, and it seems like if you were in this industry in this role, like you almost could not have those qualities because it's so needed when you're dealing with human beings. What else if somebody was interested in either being working with carrying transitions or working in this field? What other qualities you think they would need to have to be able to be effective? And
I think first and foremost, and I know I'm going to sound like a broken record, but it's compassion, Courtney. There's a reason why the word or adjective caring in the
mhm,
caring transition is there, because of the fact, and I think that's what separates us from other, not necessarily competition or
mhm,
competitors, but other people who provide services that are similar to us. But I believe we're the only one that does all of it. Is that
mhm,
we are not only trained, right? So that means from the beginning to throughout how we show up, we
right.
have one mission, one mind in state when it comes to serving our clients, and that is with caring. We're going to approach moving a little different than two men in a truck
I hear you. Yeah, I hear you.
or
So,
just a moving company. Yes, we're going to be understanding that these heirlooms need to be um, uh, dealt with care and tenderness
right.
to make sure the way that they are in the home, that they arrive at your new place the same way. Or if we're liquidating, that the person that who's going to have it as a new home for this heirloom can continue to appreciate it in the original state that it was in.
Yeah.
So, we find ourselves not only being caring, but we're experts at this.
Hmm.
And oftentimes we are advocates
Oh,
for our
wow.
clients. Wow. You can't get that from a moving company. You can't get that just from a company that just specializes in estate sale. You can't get that from putting all your things on eBay and auctioning.
Hmm.
You can get that from carrying transitions because we embody the whole process that it takes to care for a loved one that's going through this segment of their life: mind, soul, and body.
Ooh, hey, amen. That's so it's not just transactional. That's a wonderful thing.
It's
And
transforming, Courtney, and that's different from
transforming,
transaction. Yes.
transforming. Well, they got the
Transaction,
right.
you put in one something, I get out something. But transformation,
Yeah.
that's different.
Wow.
That's transforming
Wow.
the way that seniors and their families transition through these life stages. Make
That is a
sense?
powerful. Yeah, that's a powerful way to put that, Robin. I really appreciate that. And I know also you are a business or a company. So how would someone well, how do you figure in the cost? Like how for people using your services?
Well, the beautiful thing about it is that every client is an individualized. We approach
Oh,
it
cool.
from their individual situation, right? Now, do we have a formula? Yes, because we have staff. So it's calculated, incorporating labor. How long is it going to take for us to declutter or take pictures of all your belongings and list them online? How long or what is it going to take to get you carefully from where you're formerly living to your new destination? So every situation is going to be different, but for the most part, Courtney, um, it is calculated by labor, the size of the job, right?
Mhm.
And that is pretty much it.
Right. And I know that you guys give at least it's a consultation beforehand with some of the folks I've sent your way to so they can at least have those options available um and yeah, so that's that labor and the size of the job. That makes complete sense.
Those are the two
Uh,
major. And I tell you, Courtney, by me being a former caregiver for my mother and my sister, I wish Caring Transitions was around when I was going to, because it's overwhelming. It is definitely, it can be stressful. So we help remove the stress, right?
mhm.
By understanding that, listen, this is overwhelming. You Share with us what you desire and let us do the work. And
Yes.
that makes a huge difference that when one of our clients leaves for the day and when they return back home that afternoon or evening, their whole home has been packed up, moved, and resettled as if
Absolutely.
there was a while you were out, a genie came in and did it. And that's how effective we are and efficient we are with the process of how we do this. So it starts with the free consultation, which I think is huge because a lot of
Yeah.
times we don't even know what we don't know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good point.
And to get out of that, all of that out of our mind and hear Lisa or myself come out and dissect it in bite sizes, it makes it more palatable.
Mm, right.
And we can
Definitely,
direct
guys.
you. We can navigate you like a lighthouse through this murky journey.
That's where the expertise comes in.
Yes.
That is awesome. There one of the hats that I wear, the main hats really is a real estate investor, almost a market. I find properties and my approach, like so many out there, is not, hey, can I buy your property? Can I buy your property? But one of the ways that I do have to get the property quite often at a discount. And I'm saying all to
Okay.
say one of the ways I do that is by providing. I have to be able to solve problems. I have to be able to uh, earn the right to get the property at a price that works, but that cannot be the lead or even the main priority. It has to be this person has some type of challenge and distress, and quite often someone who's moving or downsizing, or even there's an estate sale with property left behind. Quite often that's in the situation, and sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's better for them to try to hold on to the property, the rest of the family maintain it, or to sell it at the market value. I say all that to say you guys are in a place or where you see folks who need sometimes need services from folks like me, or sometimes need services from real estate agents. If someone was approaching you that's like another person in this industry like myself, what do you think are some of the best ways that you all could work together, um, or that what are some if I had someone who needed who wanted to sell the property, but they wanted to take care of their things and take care
Mhm,
of the items, or if they need to transition or downsize to another space,
mhm.
what are some of the best ways for me to present that, or someone like me to present that client to you,
I think
if that
one of
makes
the
sense?
first things is, and it's how you begin a thing is how you end it, Courtney.
Mhm,
And I think what I've found in networking, let's put it that way,
mhm,
and establishing
mhm,
community partners, because obviously, like yourself, you all deal with estate planning, litigation, and administration over and executives over property, right?
mhm,
I what I found is, and I'm gonna go back to this, that if we foster relationships within the community that we link through, whether it's through a senior, someone who has passed away, or the family who has to, or the daughter, adult child that has to step in, become the lead because mom and dad is maybe in a different brain state right now,
mhm,
is
mhm,
to establish relationship based on transforming. Mm,
mhm,
versus transaction. And this is the reason why, Courtney, by us having a mindset of transforming, even when you and I sit down, my first thought is how can I help you and
very
support
good.
you and helping this client have a more smooth transition. See the difference there? Versus is,
Yes.
okay, now what can I get from you? Okay.
Right.
So
Right.
when we come in, we're already in the mindset of how can I help Courtney in this process of of litigation or estate planning for his client. And what happens is it it creates an organic transferring of how we're going to fit into the equation, if I'm making sense. So, based on what you have to do, we come in being partnering with what you have to do, and then it's easier for us to see how we fit in to keep supporting you to care and serve for your clients. And actually, with that being in mind, what percentage, Courtney, of your business is estate planning, administration, and litigation? And if so, which what do you prefer?
Right. Well, that's a great question. As far as the numbers, well, I'm not an attorney or a financial advisor at all. I'm I'm more of a well, one of the things I do is go to the state office in Durham County and put out content like this to help share my experience and educate people on the probate and estate planning process. Now, I do have partnerships with resources that help people actually establish estate plans and avoid probate, and I've
Okay.
helped people, given my opinion, uh, navigate the probate process.
Hmm.
Um, and so, with that, there's a lot of real estate involved in there,
Ah,
and and at times when the property is a challenge or an issue, or if they want options for how to deal with the property, I'm able to provide that, whether that's a cash solution or whether that's being able to have one of my team members list it for them to get the top dollar they need, or whether
mhm,
they want to again like try to turn it into a rental or asset. And so that's as far as what part is estate planning. I'd
mhm.
say I would say about it's probably 70% of it is probate that's already in the
Okay.
estate, and there's the property's being the estate's being administered, and there's a property that needs to have an issue. One of my missions has been now, because I've seen the probate process, is helping people avoid probate, and I'm
Ah,
even calling my contacts in my phone 5 a day saying, "Hey, do you have property? Have you put it into a trust? Have you taken it out of your name so that you can have your family avoid probate?" Because it really is like having a civil lawsuit against your
yes.
family when you leave. And so that doesn't always involve me buying the property. Just like you're saying, that whole Zig Ziglar model, and if anybody who's listened to this before, I feel that that is so true. You have to give before you
Enough
can receive.
people
And
get
so,
what they need, right?
exactly. And so, even if there's not property involved, I just get to add to my tool belt and bring more value to folks. So, 70% of it is probate administration, supporting folks in that. And the other side is, hey, check this out. What are you doing with this, with your estate? This is how you can secure your legacy. Um,
Ah,
yeah. And then a lot of also just peripheral, it is distressed property owners. Just
okay.
anyone who has some type of distress and needs a cash solution, or if they need an ability to list or sell the property, that's where I step in and try to help. So yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
Did that answer your question or went?
I
Um,
see, and I think even by you sharing that, you know, Courtney, because we do a plethora of things with caring transitions. I mean, one call does do it all, and because we can do it all, doesn't mean that that is the limit, and or that we have to do it all. And I think what's coming to mind is by always being the mindset of serving and
right,
helping another person or company in our arena, in our industry, help transform someone else's situation. There's times that by having an ear that listens for that versus a transactional ear, we can hear how something that we may not broadcast that we do, that we can
hmm,
very well step in and do. So say for
right,
instance that a home does need to be um sold, right?
right,
And there's items, all types of items that are still in the home.
right,
They're not quite at the point where the items need to be liquidated because the family is in some type of tension in reference to where is it going, who's going to claim what. Well, we can help in packing that home up, listening to that situation, and secure storage. What? See?
absolutely,
So
yeah,
see that? We can
yeah,
secure storages with our partners in the storage business, have it moved, packed up, and placed into storage, and
yeah,
wait for
great,
the next stage. So having that ear, how can I support Courtney? How can I support these other companies in their endeavors? It creates how we're going to best move with our services. That makes it a win win, a less stress free, and accommodating process for all that are involved.
That is exactly my approach. And so when even have a um, when I show a visual to folks of what I do, I put myself in the middle like as a hub, and I think,
Okay.
and outside there are different hats that I don't have to be the expert in, and one of them is hat is transitions, downsizing. But that doesn't mean that me, a state pro service, takes that on. It's hey, I connect them with Robin and Lisa and know that they're going to be in great hands, or wherever. Again, I'm not an attorney, but a lot of people I'm almost always sharing different estate attorneys that I know. That's I'm part of the hub, and so are you. You're part of the hub too. So like this whole life is a team sport. So I think we have the very similar mentality, and I think if you're a practitioner and you're listening to this, and maybe you're coming in hoping to find, 'cause a lot of people here are looking at real estate, find real estate deals. You
Mhm.
hope you have seen and hear this theme. You have to care. It has to. I wouldn't even say care first. Care has to be the thread throughout,
Yes.
and that's what's going to hopefully allow you to hopefully have an experience that's fulfilling, that's impactful, and also it brings synergy because one plus one can eat way more than just two when you have that mentality. So I really appreciate that you have that mentality. It was funny when we did sit down, you, me, and Lisa a while back. It was you were like, "Well, what can we do for you?" And I was like, "What can I do for you? What can we do for you?" You know. So it was an interesting like conversation, but that does bring it together. What's something that's one of the I already asked you what surprised you about this, but what do you see as one of the trends in this growing industry? And I know I'm mindful of time. I'm about uh, to let you go. But what are some of the trends that you see moving forward?
What I'm seeing is that one of the major trends is really um, it is downsizing, and
Mhm,
it's also decluttering combined. We are seeing a wave of the top of the baby boomers now. So that will be
mhm,
the later who's approaching 80, right? Um, they are starting to go ahead and make that quality decision to change their lifestyle, move from the home that they have raised their children in, right? Um, and move into communities, senior communities. Um,
mhm,
the trend of even the places that they're moving into, Courtney, are not so much about um, accommodating health issues. A lot of them are healthy in their right
mhm.
mind, and but
Right.
the properties are too much. So
Mhm,
they want to move into active communities. And with that in mind, because all of us are working to support the same demographics, we have a consortium of different not platforms, but senior living styles. So
mhm.
let me back up. A lot of times, the adult child, they contact us first
Right.
as a deer in the headlights. So
Right.
when they say, I need someone that does estate planning, um, I don't want the home. We want to sell it. See, now
Mhm,
it means we have to be connected to probate people like yourself, real estate agents, right?
mhm.
Attorneys. So this is not a one dimensional
Right.
industry or business that we're in. We touch everybody's life that's connected to this. Your business, even the um, even the antique dealer.
Right.
Yeah,
Yep.
because we're starting to see a lot of depression glass show up, mid-century furniture show up, right? Even if the
Right.
people who are listening are looking for distressed properties, a lot of times these homes still have articles in them. Well, what if something is in there that's valuable and you don't? and you don't know. You
Right,
can
right.
literally call us and we can liquidate it, and we liquidate it according to our expertise in knowing what something is going for.
Hidden
Wow.
gems. Yeah, hidden gems.
See?
Yeah, that is so awesome. And again, I hope you guys. I hope you hear the theme here. Um, I, well, where was I gonna go?
Can I say,
I,
share one more thing, Courtney? To be
what's that?
honest, to be very transparent, believe it or not, the major trend with seniors who are downsizing or needing to move, widowed or not, you believe it or not, the trend is actually us. It is caring transitions.
Oh yeah, I hear
People
you.
are
Yeah,
saying to themselves and their family members, their adult children, I don't want to have to do the work. The
oh
trend is
wow,
they're calling transitions to do it for them, to
that
do
is
the heavy
awesome.
lifting.
That
Wow.
is awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I will senior living, as you said, is not what people used to think. We think nursing homes in the past and all. Like a
Oh
lot
no.
of the clients that I've helped move into the spaces, I'm walking in. Some of them are senior communities that have robust social life with folks in that same generation. Some of them are even mixed generation where there's,
Yeah.
you know, wonderful condos, wonderful. There's so many different platforms here. So that's a great thing about us as humans. As the need surfaces, our ingenuity and industries and businesses like Caring Transitions is here. It's an awesome thing. One of the Facebook users, I don't know who it is, it says you're the Ileana Vazant of transitional estate planning for the living.
Oh,
I think it's saying that your energy, what I'm assuming, is awesome and a great representative and ambassador for Caring Transitions and for the role. I really appreciate your time, Robin. I'd have to shout out Miss Lisa Schuster, who wasn't able to be on the call, but I think you
yes,
did
our
a
fearless leader. Yes.
yeah, fantastic job sharing. How would people get in touch with Caring Transitions if they need that support, either in the Chapel Hill Triangle area, um, or even if I know that you all will connect them in the right space, even if they're not in this area?
Yes, I'm glad you said that or asked that. So the best part, what I'm going to do is go ahead and give you, if I may,
Hmm.
the email address as well as our
Okay.
phone number where you can contact us at. So you can contact Lisa Schuster directly at LSCHUSTER at caringtransitions.com. And again, I'm
Gotcha.
going to read that one more time. That's L as in Lisa, followed by her last name, Schuster. Schuster. S is in Sam, C is in Charlie, H is in Harry, U, S is in Sam, TER at caringtransitions.com. We can be reached at 919-267-1440, or you can actually contact Lisa directly at 919-627-3303. And remember, we do complimentary free consultations.
Oh, that's awesome. Can you get that number again? 919-627-3343.
3303.
03. And I'll put these in the show notes so they're evergreen. And people always have the opportunity to take a look at that. And this also will be in the vlog that we set up here. Robin, I really appreciate your time. Is there any last message you want to share with the folks listening?
Courtney, I first of all, I thank you for the
Thank you.
opportunity and the work that you do in this place. I would just say that when someone is embarking upon this transitional stage, if for themselves and or for as an adult child for their parent, what sets us apart from just a moving company, an estate sale company, or someone that does online is we do an individualized approach. So it's according to what your specific needs are. We embrace memories and clutter. So we do
Hmm.
that right? We are a local presence, yes, but we have a national trust because we're all throughout the states, and as well as we foster sustainability. So a lot of times when we have to donate things as such like that, we do it with the environment in
Oh,
mind.
wow. Wow. That's powerful. Oh, that's important. That's definitely important, especially with the again, with a growing population that also taxes the earth. So being able to know that you guys are thinking about that is very very important for folks who well, that should be important to everyone because we're all living on sharing this planet, you know. So yes,
Exactly. So we're dealing
absolutely.
with the cycle of life of humans, and we're
Hmm.
also dealing with the cycle of life of this environment, this earth that we live on.
Absolutely.
All
Well,
right.
Robin, thank you so much. And I'm going to say, anybody wants to connect, please reach out at the contact that she gave. I put it in the comment section, and I also have it in the show notes. I'm Courtney Rollins. If you ever want to reach out to me, Courtney at estateproservice.com. And please DM if you have any comments, questions. Would love for that follow and for that like and review, whatever platform you're on. So I appreciate that and appreciate you. And I'm going to sitting off like I always do. Life in Transitions Experts, LITE. Let your light shine. Cheers.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.